Ladies and gentlemen, there are several countries that want to get rid of the US dollar, and they mean now. They don't mean years down the line, they mean now. Right now, the US dollar is used all around the globe. It's like the default currency. Even if one country steps away from the dollar, this could put a devastating impact on the US, period. We got a lot of naive people that think, "Oh, well, as long as we're getting up and spending money, the US will be okay." Not true. Not true. The only reason why the USA is okay now is because that dollar is being circulated on a global level. So if one or even a few countries step away, it's going to have a devastating impact on the US, period. You can't save yourself from this one, you know? And let's be real, the US has not treated people in other countries very well. Y'all literally have been going across this globe bullying anybody, especially ones that don't agree with you. So Gaddafi wanted to come up with his own gold currency and get rid of the US dollar, and y'all went over there and killed that man. I don't know how you're going to kill your way out of this one when you got several countries. Get real. You don't have the ability to do that. And even if you did, with more and more countries stepping away from the US, it would be counterproductive. It probably would reinforce why everybody wants to get rid of the dollar if you did something like that again. So let's get into this, y'all. Brazil China strike trade deal agreement to ditch US dollar. Brazil and China have reportedly struck a deal to ditch the US dollar in favor of their own currencies in trade transactions. The deal announced on Wednesday will ensure China and Brazil, and there are other countries, but they're talking about China and Brazil because there's a lot of imports coming out of there. So if you drop the US dollar, it is really going to send the entire system into chaos. But these folks don't seem to care. They feel like they can wave the storm when they get rid of it. So Brazilian Trade and Investment Promotion Agency said a new arrangement is expected to reduce costs and promote even greater bilateral trade and facilitate investments. China is Brazil's largest trading partner, according to more than a fifth of all imports, followed by the US. Yes, for a long time, the US was the biggest importer for Brazil. But Russia actually, and I don't know if any of you are aware of this, but Russia actually knocked them out of that spot, the US, back in 2009. And China has been the leading importer ever since. US has not been able to regain being the number one importer for Brazil. They can't get it back. So China is the biggest exporter market, accounting for more than a third of all exports. So China overtook the United States as Brazil's top trading partner in 2009. Brazil is the largest recipient of Chinese investment in Latin America. Yes, they really are. It's a lot of heavy trade. If you're in South America, it's a lot of heavy trading going on between China and Brazil, and it's been like that for many years. So, driven by spending on high tension electricity transmission lines and oil extraction. Officials from both countries reached a preliminary agreement to ditch the US dollar in January, and the deal was announced after a high level China Brazil business forum in Beijing. Okay, so the Brazilian president was sworn in back in January, and he is all for gaining more of a relationship, an even bigger one with China, because they feel the relationship they had with America, it was on rocky ground for a long, long time. So the president was scheduled to visit Beijing last week, but had to cancel his trip after contracting pneumonia. A delegation composed of ministers, senators, lawmakers, and hundreds of business people, including more than 100 from the agricultural sector, had been set to accompany um, their first day that the president took office. So, look, so that means De Silva, the president of Brazil, had plans on the table along with other countries to ditch the US dollar. You know, even when I lived overseas, I had both euros and I had US dollars, and you could spend them virtually everywhere. It didn't matter. But a lot of times what I did was I would just use the euro and I hung on to my US dollar as long as I could. But you literally can pay with it. And a lot of times when you they know you're not from there. So they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, we take the US dollar." They prefer, it's the conversion rate. So they wanted you to spend the US dollar even opposed to using a mark, which was their money. So keep your eye on this one because this story is huge. If America don't have a hold over the globe with their US dollar, it is a big game changer, y'all. It is a big game changer. And I think they realize that. They're scared. You're going to see a lot more financial failures for America. And those failures are going to become more and more devastated for this country to deal with. And this is also a sign that we really truly are in the final days in this country. And just look, this is all happening around the Passover. Our Heavenly Father know what these people love the most, and that is money. Once you start hitting them in the wallet, oh, it's going to make a huge difference. But just be prepared because if this dollar drop, they're going to start jacking prices up all over the place in America. And it still won't save them. Let's be real. It still won't save them. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.